Brad, what was it like watching that second quarter? The struggles you guys had shooting the ball.
Yes, second quarter kind of set us, took us out of our rhythm. Didn't play well the rest of the game, and I didn't think. I thought we took tough shots. We weren't playing as hard as they were. We weren't as organized as they were. Everything, and it bit us because I thought we started the game pretty well. I thought that we had some players play very well, which is too bad.
Brad, is this kind of, how do you think you guys are playing right now? It seems like you guys have been kind of slipping defensively. You said you've improved offensively, but overall, you just...
Yeah, and I think part of it is, you are what you are on that night. We can, we can throw parades about our offense on Wednesday and our defense at Detroit, and then we lay 2 eggs on offense in the Chicago game and this game. So bottom line is you have to be locked in. You have to play well. You have to do what you do best. And we have a lot of guys that really didn't play well. We got out-coached. We got outplayed. And, we haven't been in that situation very often as far as from an effort standpoint. But I think twice this week we have. So that's concerning.
Brad, did you feel the team kind of took their foot off the pedal a little when they saw Gobert and Favors go out?
No, not Gobert. That was really early. And listen, they won 6 straight games without Gobert before he came back. That was when they were rolling. And so they were playing very spaced. They had all the perimeters on the floor shooting. And so you knew that they would play that way the rest of the game. Obviously, you thought Favors would be a part of that, but then when he goes out, still, they've been at their best when they've spaced like that and have really given teams fits. And they gave us fits. We couldn't guard them off the dribble. We couldn't guard them at the 3-point line. And then we couldn't keep them off the glass when both teams were small.
Yeah, Brad, on that note, obviously, how tough was that for you just from a rotation standpoint? It seems like you're obviously digging deep there for some different lineups, especially with Tice out to guard, their stretch lineups.
Yeah, Brian, I think the reality is when your team's not playing well, you throw some darts because you're just trying to find something that may stick, might work. Shane Larkin looked like he was going to be the guy again to kind of lead that charge, and I appreciate what he's giving us because he's given us, he's changing tempo, he's getting into guys full court. He's playing great offense, but we just, we didn't have enough good things happen tonight. And again, the one thing that 2 teams are playing, they played great and they deserved to win. They were clearly better coached, all that stuff. So I'm concerned about our lack of intensity when things didn't go our way, our lack of fight. I thought it didn't match theirs.
Brad, you guys really got beaten on the glass tonight.
Second game in a row.
Yeah. And now, do you think that's just a size thing, missing some guys? Is that fatigue catching up to you guys? You said
They lost a lot more size than we did tonight. So I think it was an effort thing on their part beating us. We need our wings to rebound a heck of a lot better. We need everybody to get guys off. Again, I think that each game in a vacuum, you go back and look at it, and you can figure out kind of what strategically went wrong. And again, we were not near as good as them tactically by any means, but we just didn't play hard enough.
Coach, you kind of touched on it in a second about Daniel Tice. What's the latest on him?
I was told he had a broken nose, so I don't know anything else. I don't know if he's traveling. I don't know anything else. I'm going to find out here shortly.
When they're trapping Kyrie in the corner, is there something, he's putting a lot of pressure on himself, and he's also trying to make plays.
He did a good job. We had that, when we were trying to come back there and they really started blitzing him, he passed out of that thing and we missed open threes. He has to pass that, and we have to take those shots and we have to make those shots to make them get out of the blitz. So, you know, that's one of those things where you just have to keep making the right basketball play. You know, as much as he wants to turn the corner and go downhill, he was able to do that some when they were behind, but, you know, he made the right basketball play, I thought, in that situation. I thought he did a lot of good things. I thought he played really, he played pretty darn inspired and gave us a chance going into the fourth quarter.
Coach, does the schedule play a part here? I mean, you talked about this tough stretch of the regular season. Does that play a role in terms of players not putting enough intensity, enough effort?
Well, this is our most dense part, but everybody has dense parts. We're gonna have to deal with it. Play your best when your best is needed, which is, you know, every other night or the next night at 7:30. Like, that's what we have to do. You know, we're not practicing, we're not doing things on their feet on off days. You know, we're doing as much as we can, but you know, and I think that is something that we'll look forward to when we get a few days, but we don't have them, so there's no use in focusing on them.
Coach, you kind of just touched on that. As far as practice goes, with the players in and out of the lineup, resting, injuries, how much is not being able to practice playing a factor in the struggles lately?
I'm just not going to use that as an excuse. We'll hopefully benefit from practice when we get a chance, but that we get to practice every night, 7:30. We gotta get more out of it.
Coach, you talked about throwing darts. You went with the one lineup with the 4-point guards. I know that's not something you'll do all the time, but what did you see out of that lineup, and is that something that you would
Just
use in
looking
the
for
future?
speed and ability to pressure the ball on defense, and then on offense, spread them out and drive it. And we got a little bit out of that. We got a few good looks out of that. It's not sustainable over a long period of time, but you know, we've been in games before where we've had 4 smalls out there, and it's been beneficial. The speed thing is very, you know, helpful, obviously, when you're trying to pick up full